We'll start kneeling, closing down the eyes, lengthening through the spine. And then just gently rubbing the hands up and down the tops of the thighs. Grounding down into the physical body. Arriving on your mat, into your practice. Getting rid of any negativity, shaking it off. And coming back to the breath. You can rest the hands on the thighs and gently exhale. Take a full breath in through the nose. And a full breath out. Take one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. And breathing into the belly. Keeping the breath in the lower part of the torso. A soft oceanic breath, in and out through the nose. Now take the hands to the ribs, thumbs to the back edge of the body, forefingers to the front edge. And as you inhale, expand into the rib cage and move the hands away from one another. Keep breathing smoothly in and out through the nose. So what we're doing here is becoming familiar with the different compartments of the breath. And take your hands up towards your collarbones and breathing into the collarbones. Now we're going to take all of those three different compartments into one breath. So 3-part inhale. The base of the inhale will be into the belly. And then once the belly is full, you'll expand through the ribs. And then once the ribs are fully expanded, inhaling up into the chest, all the way up into the collarbones. When you do this, keep the shoulders relaxed down the spine. And then we'll gently exhale. The exhale isn't forced. Notice that your body exhales all on its own, very gently and softly. So it's not about intentionally or actively getting rid of the air that you've inhaled. It's just about releasing, and it will gently fall out by itself. So hands to the belly, or one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Inhale, the belly expands, the ribs expand, and the chest expands. And then let it go. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. And let it go. Now we'll do it a little bit smoother in your own time. For every inhale, go from the belly to the ribs to the chest, and then gently release. And then see now if you can do it all in one smooth motion. One more full round. And then gently blinking open the eyes. We'll take the wrist for a couple of swirls around, a couple of rotations one way, a couple of rotations the other way. You can start to gently open up through the back of the neck by dropping the chin to the chest and then swaying the head gently side to side. Keep moving through the wrists. Maybe full circles there with the neck if it feels right. And then coming back to neutral. Interlace the fingers. Push the palms of the hands towards the front edge of the mat. And then as you inhale, expand and open up through the heart space. Hold for the exhale. Full breath in. Exhale, find your child's pose. The knees can come wide and then creep the hands towards the top edge of the mat. The hips become heavy, the belly melts down towards the floor, fingers spread wide and the forehead touches the mat. Looking forward at your fingertips. Find your way into a tabletop position. We'll flip those wrists again, fingertips towards the knees, inner wrist towards the top edge of the mat. And then just start making some circles over the wrists with the shoulders and the whole body. They can be little circles. They can be big circles. Or maybe they won't even be circles. Maybe they'll be figure eights, or they'll be ovals, or they can even be triangles. Then wiggling out through the hips, coming down onto the forearms, shaking the hips side to side. Relaxing through the head and the neck. Yes, it looks funny, but doesn't it feel good? And from here, we'll find our forearm plank. Interlacing the hands or the palms can be flat on the earth, fingertips facing forward. Stepping back with one foot and then the other foot. Inflating through the upper back, broadening through the shoulder blades. Lifting the heart space forwards, and the back of the head lengthens. Full breath in. Exhale as you hold. Feel the core stabilizing the whole body. Feel it being strong and stabilizing the spine. Holding the weight of your limbs, of your torso, even of the head and the neck. Full breath in. Let's find a dolphin plank. So lifting the hips up, almost into a down dog position. Walking the feet in if you like. You can bend the knees and blossom open the sit bones. And then again, just swaying gently side to side. Relax the head, shake it yes, shake it no. Lengthening through the spine by pushing the earth away through the elbows. We'll take a couple of dips forward. I prefer to unlace my hands. You might like to do the same. And then from this down dog plank, or this dolphin plank, we're going to shift forward, tap the crown of the head on the ground, and you'll be just balancing on the tippy toes. And then exhale, push it back. Inhale forward, touch the crown of the head to the earth. Exhale, push it back. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Drop the knees down, walk the hips back towards the heels. And we'll take the hands behind us, come up onto the fingertips and just lift up through the heart space. Keep lifting up, even more, lift it up. Interlace the hands behind you, draw the hips away from the heels, and then allow the hands to melt down towards the earth. Feel that opening through the shoulders. Keep pressing the hips forward as the heart becomes light and lifts up towards the sky. Relax the hips back to the heels, walking the hands forward and finding your downward facing dog, tucking the toes and lifting the hips all the way up. You can shift the weight from the right foot to the left foot, bending into opposite knee. And then finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Middle fingers face forward, thumbs and index fingers press hard into the floor. Push the floor away through the palms. Wrap the underarms together across the front of the chest. Feel that lengthen through the arms, through the torso, even out the tailbone. The sit bones blossom. You can bend deeper into the knees and feel that straighten out through the spine. Relax the head and the neck. The heels can plant down or you can choose to lift them up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Raise your right toes to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. The right knee tracks towards the ceiling. The right heel tracks towards the glutes. Both underarms square towards the mat. And the left heel stays grounded. Full breath in. Exhale, we'll prepare for wild thing. The right foot that's already up steps up and over to the left edge of the mat. The hips are lowered down. From here, you want to be up on the toes of the right foot and the blade edge of the left foot. On the next inhale, the hips and the heart lift. The right hand can trace forwards, as if you're drawing a big circle around yourself. The right hand might like to come to the heart space. Full breath in. As you exhale, flip back over, high plank. Full breath. As you exhale, chaturanga, option to lower the knees down. And we'll take our time, elbows graze the ribs, and we'll lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra, roll the shoulders down the spine, lift up through the heart, the back of the neck lengthens, knees pick up, and the pinky edges of the toes press in towards the mat. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, melt. Inhale, cobra, up dog if it's there for you. Up dog, you'll be on the tops of the feet, the thighs and the knees lift, and the heart keeps lifting up. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips lift. Let's reset. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Breathe it in. Exhale for 2. Last one. Exhale for 3. Inhale, left toes lift, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Full breath in. As you exhale, that left foot steps up and over towards the right edge of the mat, hips lower down. You'll be on the left toes, the blade edge of the right foot. Inhale as the hips and the heart lift. The left hand draws a circle around yourself, or maybe take the left hand to the heart space. Inhale. Exhale, flip back over, high plank. Find your high plank first, fingers spread wide, shoulders stacked above the wrists, inflate through the upper back and the heart moves forward. And then option, lower the knees down, we'll lower down again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Intimidation cobra this time. Fingers can come towards the top edge of the mat, knees lift, pinky edges of the toes press into the mat. Inhale, lift up through the heart space. Exhale, lower the heart, elbows stay high. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, lower. Hands frame the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of the feet, thighs and knees lift. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Let's reset. Exhale for 3. Exhale for 2. Exhale for 1. For the knees, look forwards. Step, jump or float, top edge of the mat, however you choose to travel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, all the way to stand. And then exhale, hands to heart space. Closing down the eyes, taking the feet as wide as the hips, and then taking one hand to the heart space, one hand to the belly. Connect within. Let's use that breath. Toes come to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, Utkatasana. You can sink down deep and drag the fingers across the earth before you reach them up towards the sky. Grounding down through the heels. The weight comes into the hips and you shift back. Relax all 10 toes. Maybe pick them up, wiggle them around, and then gently place them back down. You can interlace the hands behind the spine. Inhale, lift up through the heart space. And then as you exhale, stay bent in the knees, take the belly towards the thighs, and find a forward fold. From here, you can begin to straighten the legs. Relax the head and the neck. Shake it out. Release the hands around the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back through your vinyasa, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg rises, 3-legged dog. Exhale as you step between the hands. Come up onto the fingertips and open up through the heart space. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Open up through the heart. Offer for a gentle back bend. And then exhale, hands frame the back foot. Runner's lunge towards the back edge of the mat. Inhale, twisted lunge. Left wing goes up. Extend the fingertips high. Exhale, lower the left hand back down. Plant the palm down, the left palm, and then step back, side plank, facing the right edge of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. You can modify by lowering the base knee down, or you can intensify by picking the top foot up. Inhale. Exhale. Fallen trees there, maybe taking the sole of the right foot towards the inner left thigh, and maybe getting a juicy side body stretch by taking the right palm up and over towards the top edge of the mat. Keep lifting the hips up. Inhale. Exhale. The right foot steps behind. Lower the hips down. We'll prepare for wild thing. Inhale, open the heart, lift the hips. Exhale through vinyasa, facing the back edge of the mat. Option for one-legged, you can keep the right foot up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll go for the right side again, so we'll do a full mandala flow and move around our mat in a full circle. If you do the other leg now, you'll find that you'll move back the other way, and we want to finish that circle off. Inhale, right toes lift, three-legged dog. Exhale as you step between the hands, come up onto the fingertips. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Open up the heart. Then exhale, frame the back foot, which becomes the front foot, runner's lunge. Inhale, twist, left arm peels up. Exhale, bring it back down. Plant the palm down. Inhale, side plank, step it back, find your variation. And then as you exhale, step the right foot behind you, lower the hips down. Inhale, wild thing, lift up. Exhale, vinyasa. Beautiful. Let's go for the left side. Inhale, left toes lift. Exhale, step between the hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge with heart opener. And then exhale, frame the back foot, runner's lunge. Inhale, right wing goes up. Exhale, right wing plants down. Stepping back, side plank. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Keep lifting the hips up to modify. The base knee comes down. To intensify, the top foot lifts up. Or maybe find a fallen tree and bending, arching, bridging, making a rainbow through the left side body. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot behind to lower the hips down. Inhale, wild thing, lift up. Exhale, flip back over. Through your vinyasa, option for one-legged chaturanga. We'll go for the left side again. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. And then exhale, step between the hands. Come up onto the fingers, open the heart. Inhale, crescent lunge, heart expands. Exhale, frame the right foot, top edge of the mat. Inhale, right hand goes up. Exhale, plant the right palm down. Inhale, side plank, step into your variation. Exhale, left foot comes behind, lower the hips. Wait for the inhale, wild thing. And then exhale through vinyasa. Bend the knees, look forwards. Step, jump or float, top edge of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Take the hands behind the ankles. Use the hands to pull the belly closer to the thighs. You can bend the knees if you like, drawing the belly closer towards the tops of the legs. And then breathe the belly into the thighs so that you have something to breathe into for support against the spine. Taking the feet out to hip width, grabbing onto opposite elbow, and we'll find our ragdoll, just swaying gently side to side through the torso. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, roots arise all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. How are we feeling? So often we're so busy, caught up in our own materialistic worlds, our own stress, our own chaos, that we don't take the time to come back to this feeling, to be open, to receive and to integrate those energies and those lessons that we learn, to weave them throughout our life, and to allow them to not only influence and positively change us, but also the people around us. And so it's really important that we come back to this feeling, this sensation, these lessons as often as we can. We'll step the right foot towards the back edge of the mat. Toes will stay wide, heels will stay in, and then we'll bend into the knees, track the knees out to either edge. The hands can come to heart space, goddess pose. Or really embody your goddess pose. Take your arms out, palms face up to receive. Lift up one heel, and then release it back down. Pick up the other heel, release it back down. Pick up both heels. Inhale. Exhale, release the heels. Inhale, straighten through the legs, arms sweep up. Close down the eyes. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, straighten through the legs, arms lift up. Exhale, squat. Last one. Beautiful. Interlace the hands behind you. Draw the hands down towards the earth. You can straighten through the legs. Turn the toes in and we'll hinge at the hips. Taking the hands up and over. Relax the head. Shake it yes, shake it no. You can sway gently side to side, again through the torso here. Or maybe you'd like to release the hands. Walk the feet out a little bit wider. And take the hands all the way through the legs towards the back edge. And use the hands to pull you deeper into the pose. The back of the neck is long. Crown of the head's heavy. And then walk the hands back out beneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana, bending into one leg. The other toes lift up. The hands can come to heart center. Or maybe find a twist. So if you're doing the right leg bent, the right shoulder will come in between or in front of the right knee, and then the left hand will lift up. Twisting open towards the top of the mat. And then we'll slide across and we'll find it on the other side, bending into the left leg. Hands to heart, spread out wide, or find that twist. Full breath in. Full breath out. Coming back through neutral. Shifting back over to the right. And we'll then sit down onto the hip bones and take knee to knee, facing the top edge of the mat. You can sit up onto a block if you like here. It gives you a little bit of elevation and support. And from here, we're just going to walk the hands back behind us. Fingers face top edge of the mat, heart opens. Choose to stay here. You can fold down onto the elbows. I'm going to remove that block. Or all the way flat onto the back. Energetically draw the kneecaps together. Then option to lift the arms up above the head, holding onto opposite elbow. Left toes flex up or point down. Stay active through the left leg. And releasing the arms, walking your way back up. And we'll find our way to the other side into that Skandasana. And then the same thing, sitting down onto the sit bones. Knee to knee, you can sit up onto a block again. And then fingertips face the back edge of the mat and lift up through the heart. Choose to stay or find your way onto your forearms, or maybe all the way flat down onto your back. Knees draw together. Right toes flex up or point down. Gently releasing. We'll find our way back up to a seat. Uncrossing the legs come out in front of us, and we'll find a Paschimottanasana, or a forward fold. Grabbing the strap if you have one, placing it around the balls of the feet. Drawing the elbows in towards the ribs, lift up through the heart space. Inhale. Exhale, creep the hands down, further down the rope towards the feet. Bring the belly button towards the toes. As the hamstrings open and create space, you can move further down the rope, maybe even grabbing hold of the feet. And releasing the strap, moving it to the side. And we'll take a comfortable seat. One hand to the belly, the other hand on top of that hand. Take a deep breath, expand the hands away from the spine. Exhale, release. Take the hands to the ribs, inhale. Exhale, release. Take the hands to the collarbone, inhale. Exhale. And take the hands to the thighs, breathing deeply into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Belly, ribs, chest. And taking your hands to your heart space. Thank you for sharing your energy with me, this practice with me, for sharing your truth, and for being open to sharing your light. Namaste.